Okay, we are live again. Not on spins. Let me change the category. We are in just chatting. English.
Did you guys see the Godzilla trailer from the new movie?
No.
-1.
Yeah.
Hey, how long do cigarettes last?
I already
Like,
saw the movie.
when do cigarettes go bad? I was cleaning up the basement where I got all these prizes from, and I found 3 packs of cigarettes that have been down there for 10 years.
Oh, you mean like that? I don't know, to be fair.
I guess we'll smoke them and see what happens.
Yeah.
When we get drunk enough.
I guess so.
So what's
I start to watch this new Transformer movie.
Ugh, why would you do that to yourself?
Just for 10 minutes, and then I was like, fuck no, I don't.
okay? Hang on. Log out.
Don't want to waste my time with that.
So where do you want me to store all this crap until it's time?
I'll find.
You'll find a place?
Yeah. Hey, Jared, you gotta sign in into your Twitter.
Why can't we just go from any Twitter?
Yeah. Just
Because we're gonna stream on pins and shit, the overlay.
Yeah, but why does it need to be in my Twitter? Can't it be any Twitter account?
use your own, I guess.
Oh, the chick Liz or what her name said you should do it from your Twitter.
I don't know what my Twitter. I have no idea what my Twitter login is.
Okay.
I'm carrying that around with me.
Then let me log back in here. Hang on.
So now you catfishing this chick, this English chick.
Yes.
This is like the circle of life, isn't it?
Yes.
You get catfish and
You catfish right back.
Yes, someone else.
Oh, we didn't even get into what's going on this weekend. Anything? They had another catfish coming in.
Who?
I don't know, some broad. Some broad from Instagram.
What was this weekend?
Tomorrow, Wilson's having a party tomorrow. There's something.
Don't say too much, we're live. Oh, shit.
Hey, watch it.
Don't,
Yeah,
say,
Wilson's-
don't say locations.
No, I don't know. What do you make of this? Wilson sent me this. I don't know. Did he send this to you too?
To be fair, I didn't speak with him a very long time ago. Like, he's still my XCOM buddy, but we didn't play like a long time ago.
All right, let me find the
You
thing.
mean Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me this.
You want to go?
No, I'm on daddy duty tomorrow.
Okay.
To be fair, very last time I met him, he was wasted like.
Good. Just been sorting out my collection of peacocks.
Okay.
You know what? We got a lot of Americans here. Like they might be like, "What the fuck are these crazy Brits talking about?" That wasn't a very good accent. I'm really sorry.
That is your American impression?
Wait, you cannot hear it yet. We're not.
Come along, dear. Right, we've got
we
2
gotta
open
tell her
spots,
that we
so
are
we
on
need-
my Twitter, on Dumpster Fires.
Okay.
We need Jared. Has he not figured it out?
Okay.
No. Oh, we've got dumpster firing. Yeah. Hey, are they doing it from there? Are you doing it from here? Can you one of you request if you want to use your words?
Okay, I sent the request.
Should I just invite you? Would that be easier?
Yes, can you hear us?
You can't reply to me, so I don't know why I'm saying that. Hang on.
Yeah, not yet.
Let me try.
You're already into
There.
it.
Did that work?
Isn't it?
Join
Let's
this meeting.
Isn't this just like Clubhouse?
Right, you've
Turn
only
on
done
the-
it for like the first 5 minutes. We're talking about Johnny All the Knowledge.
And then
Okay, how about now? Can you hear us?
yeah.
Hey,
Okay, so wait, who was that doing the American impression? Because that was
me.
yeah, pretty impressive.
Did you like it? It was very, very
spot on.
good. Oh, we've got feedback.
You got feedback? A lot?
Is it
Yeah,
positive?
I can hear myself twice.
Okay, hang on. That's why I got the mic and the headphones because I thought that.
We
might
gotta
happen.
go on headphones?
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought that might happen. That's why I-
nothing's worse than this. Oh, we gotta go on your $10 headphones?
Not even eggs in beer. I saw your eggs in beer. I didn't see all of it because I came over here instead, but I did see that it was
Yeah,
happening.
this was nasty.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how unimpressively the Banana Man took that, right?
No, I didn't. I had to come over here and do admin. So no, I didn't. He was fannying around for ages. We didn't see it.
What is this eggs in beer thing? What's
Okay,
Oh,
how the
go
feedback
on,
now?
Jared. You can explain that.
Well, we were supposed to have a cam girl on today, and she was supposed to come in here, and we were going to have like we're going to have a singing challenge. We were going to have her do Name That Tune, where she would sing a song, because I'm sure all cam girls are great at singing. That's why they're cam girls.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hidden talent everyone has.
Yeah, and then we were going to have her sing a song and then see if the Banana Man can recognize it. It was going to be all songs he knew. And we had a spinning wheel here with different things she would have stuck in her mouth while she was singing. Like 2 packs of... Wait, did you eat the bubble gum?
One, yeah.
Who's eating the fucking bubble gum?
Yeah, it was...
That's for the fucking challenge, you asshole!
It tasted like fucking chili.
So you use our props.
Yeah.
Well, so we had 2 packs of Hubba Bubba. Now we have 1 pack and, a disaster. We had some peanut butter, a banana, some, we had a rubber chicken, we had some rubber band, we had some marshmallows, we had a barfy shark, we had a dental speculum.
Can we use it for something?
A lot of...
On the
They're
challenge?
not on video. What are you talking?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder why she didn't want to come. It's weird that she wouldn't want to come and have thrown in her mouth.
strange
Very
she
weird.
would-
Can't imagine it.
Yeah, I mean, we had something that we think is helium. So, but she didn't know about this. This was going to be a surprise for her. But since she didn't show up, we had to go to our backup, which was we had a GTA quiz, and we each had a beer. And whenever you missed a question, you had to put a raw egg or hot sauce into your beer, and then the loser has to drink it.
Oh wow, okay.
And then the Banana Man, who loses
You
these
really
challenges
missed out,
99
Mike.
to 44, 100% of the time, he lost it, and then he tried drinking it, which is just a beer with some eggs in it.
It is fucking nasty.
How is that nasty? You've never seen Rocky?
And chili sauce.
Oh, and chili
Okay.
sauce. Yeah, nobody eats that on food.
Okay.
So in any case,
yeah,
the
boys.
Banana Man lost, and then he had to do it, and then he went through this whole drama about
Lost
it.
control already.
Yeah.
Right.
he's
Okay.
completely-
I need to just do some housekeeping before we continue.
Oh, kicking some people out? Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Well, just bear with. Okay. So, right. First things first.
You're
this is
kicking
not.
Kristen out
This is
already.
not a
Wow, that's
This is
rude.
not. Be quiet. This is not an over 18s event. We do have underage people here. It's daytime in America, and we do have some teens here. Just
So
FYI.
what does that mean?
Swearing fine, but maybe adult content a little bit less thereon.
Okay, yes, because my teenager has now started and English is her second language, and she has started cursing like a longshoreman. And this is just in the past couple of weeks. When she was younger, she had a swear jar around the house because I'm more of a do what I say, not what I do. So I'm like, you don't swear, but Daddy is gonna swear all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't do that because swearing is not cool. And she paid attention to that, and even she thought I shouldn't swear, so made me a swear jar. But now I guess my swear jar's out the window because she's been swearing constantly.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 1 point out of the way.
Yes.
Second one is we've got obviously a big listener pool here,
Is this
so
on-
we don't
yeah.
have that much room for more speakers. You can only have. I thought it was 10, but it says that we've actually only got room for 1. So I think what we're going to have to do is if anyone wants to ask a question, Destiny and Liv, say hi.
Hi.
So I'll go. Destiny sounds already completely over this. I'm going to shout out if there is any questions in the comments. So if you're listening and you have a question, put it in the comments. And if you want to come on and say it, then you can do that. And we'll invite you in and then kick you out because that's
Let me know
fair.
if something happened on the
And
video, right?
is everyone okay with that?
Thanks.
I've noticed that one American is conspicuous in his absence and probably won't be showing up. But
No, well, we didn't think so. But, you never know.
He might pop
Well,
in.
yeah, but I mean, it was him that drug me into this the first time. You know?
Uh-huh.
It wasn't for his alcoholism. I would have never even been involved.
Yeah. Oh, and Liz, by the way, the only reason we're not on Jared's Twitter is because Jared doesn't know his Twitter password. So
Why would I carry my Twitter password around?
you have to
with me?
memorize that shit.
Why would I possibly memorize that? It's on my fucking phone.
Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little intro for my side. And I don't really think you need much of an intro. I'm not going to lie to you. The reason that you're here is fairly obvious to everybody. But just so you know, we're going to get to know each other a tiny bit. So we've got Mike. Here's Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Hello. Hi, Mike.
Like,
Say hi, Mike.
Mike, as you may
I love
know,
British humor.
one of the stars of UK cult comedy, The Mighty Boosh, and is doing a variety of other things since. We've been the Trailer Park Boys, luxury comedy, and will be appearing on Apple TV's The Totally Made Up Adventures of Dick Turpin as we go forward. When's that out, Mike?
Next Friday, 1st of March. Is that Apple TV Plus? That's very important.
Oh, okay.
We'll get in trouble.
That's the one you got to pay for. I certainly don't have
And we've got Liv and Destiny here, who are fabulous and wonderful, and are going to support the process as smoothly as possible, like a digital laxative, to ease us through the passageway of this space.
Digital laxative, I like that.
To make
I
it
really
thanks,
appreciate
thanks.
being called a digital laxative. It's
As
very
you
true
should.
to
It's
my life.
it's one of my top compliments. I appreciate a lot of people have come mainly to speak to Jared and Mike. So if there are any comments or questions, guys, you're kind of slacking. Are there any?
Well, I
comments or questions?
severely doubt that anybody is here. I mean, they might be here for Mike. They're not here for me. I mean, I'm only the bass player from the band, you know?
You're very accessible, also, Jared, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I really have got nothing.
You are
going on.
everywhere.
I mean, Jim has even less going on, but I mean, I do like maybe one job a week. Like this
And we just did it.
My contract with our streaming is I have to put out a grand total of 8 hours a month. So, you know, the other however many hours there are in a month is pretty much free. And I have no live shows this month, so I was still supposed to be on vacation in America, but I got called over for this American football on ice. So I ended up over here, and then I have no other jobs booked. So this is pretty much it. This is what I got.
Okay, well, that's quite sad.
And like last time we were on, I don't remember how drunk we were, but
Oh,
normally
you say this, and I was talking at length with Mike about this, who was hesitant. He's like, what is this going to be? Does anyone going to know who I am? I said, of course I'm going to know who you are. I know who you are, and I'm hosting it, so you're coming anyway. And I'm just going to talk about you nonstop because you're my favorite. But I did say that we had this very long drunken conversation, and I must know, did you at any point listen to any of that back, or do you even remember what went on?
you got a vague recollection. I remember the high points.
Do you remember that the reason we're here today now is because you said like 5 times, oh my God, this is my impression of you, bear with. Oh my God, we got to book another one in. Let's schedule it. Let's pencil it in.
Yeah.
I'm American. I drink beer on a fucking pickup
wow,
truck.
both of you. Wow, I feel like I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin. You guys sound so fucking American. It's amazing.
Let's go get my guns and shoot it in the fucking.
Whoa, let's go to the Waffle House. Then we'll hit the Walmart.
I need a new machine gun.
Yes, let's go shoot up a high school.
Mike, I need to hear your best American accent, please.
No, don't do this
No,
to me.
you're an actor. You need to do some acting.
Oh yeah.
No.
Come on, Mike, we're waiting now.
Let us hear it.
Nobody say anything. No, don't speak. Don't say one word until he does it.
You can't do
I
this
can.
to me. Right, give me a phrase then.
Oh God, all words have left my head.
I'm going to Waffle
can't-
House and then we're going to go hit the Walmart. There you go.
There you go. I'm
What's
going to
that?
Waffle House. I'm going to Waffle House, and then I'm going to hit the Walmart.
Oh,
Where's my AR-15?
Yeah,
Gotta go to the Waffle House.
and then hit the Walmart.
And then hit the Walmart.
Make America great again.
Awful. That
Go
was
back and
awful.
beyond.
Get off my property.
My dad built the New York skyline, and this is the way they repay him?
I want extra cheese. I want extra cheese with that.
No, that's New York. Right. Does anybody in the listener pool actually have anything they would like to say or ask to Jared or Mike?
I just want to say
Please
that
make
you are
yourself
getting
known.
lucky because normally we're completely sober when we do our gambling stream. At least I am because our corporate
We can only show one vice at a time.
our corporate overlords don't like when we mix our vices and gambling's enough. But because we had to have that backup challenge today, we have both drank like half a beer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just refilled my
I've had
cup.
like quite a hefty whiskey because I wasn't sure how this was going to go, if anyone was going to turn up. Plus, I had tonsillitis earlier in the week, so it's medicinal.
You
Okay,
guys
that
put
killed
raw
that.
eggs in your beer too, didn't you?
I'm drinking neat Bovril at the moment.
Nobody knows what that is, I don't think, Mike. Let's tell them.
It's like a hot,
Be
it's like a, It's like a hot yeast drink you have.
Sounds delicious.
No, you're wrong. I think you'll
No.
find Bovril is beef.
Beef. Is it beef?
Marmite is
Well,
beef.
repost.
Bobril's
Well,
beef.
yeah, it's like a
On your
beef,
Twitter.
a hot beef juice kind of beefy
Yeah.
drink.
Get more
Yeah,
people in.
it is. Buy it in
Like
your
broth?
international stores. No,
Bob-
it's literally. I don't even know. It's kind of like a thin gravy gruel.
Oh my god.
Delicious.
But it's
I
a
would
drink.
try it for
Who
sure.
knew?
Yeah, it's delicious.
What am I doing?
Let's
Oh,
repost.
look, hang on. Comment, guys. Have things happened
you
in the
send it to me on
comments? It's
Instagram?
just jumped up.
No, on WhatsApp.
You know, why don't we just go in on Instagram Live and say that this is what we're doing?
Well, we can
Yeah.
do that also.
You see, I know you can't remember your password, but if you come in from yours, then people who actually follow you and might actually know what you're doing
Well,
would
that's
go.
not gonna
"Oh
happen,
my
but
God."
I can go live on Instagram.
Okay, do that. But
All
no,
right, we
no
have a
reverb.
question in the comment on
There's
Twitter,
a question.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I know we
Who
don't know.
was looking
Oh,
for?
sorry.
Go ahead, Liv.
It says, this is from Crosswalk17. They said, Jared, what were your uni parties like, and would you tell us about the first time you met Jim?
Oh,
Jared, you have the floor.
I don't know if I necessarily remember the first time I met him, but I do remember the first time I saw Bloodhound Gang. Like we both went to Temple, and I had this house up near the art museum, and our philosophy was 5 bands, 5 kegs, $5. So every time we had a party, and I was like, when you go to Temple, it was kind of in the ghetto in North Philadelphia. I just want to say to my Instagram, I just went live on Instagram, and anybody that's watching us here, this is because we're doing a Twitter Spaces, and if you go to Twitter Spaces, just put a link in there where they can go to.
We have to go to
listen
mine. Remember?
Oh yeah. So
He's just gonna type. He's just gonna tap a link into the.
I'll type a link and then.
Yeah, just tap and pin a link in Instagram. So anyhow, so we had this house, and I was a bike messenger because they don't really have university parties at Temple because it's in the ghetto in North Philadelphia. So we'd have like a big mix of like people that I would run into as a bike messenger, and since we had this 5 band policy, I had to constantly keep finding bands. We always had like, I'd say for us, a row house in Pennsylvania, like we'd have like maybe 200 or 300 people that would show up there regularly. So it was a pretty decent crowd because like what set us apart from the other parties is back then a carton of Jacks cost like $16. So we'd go out, invest $32, buy 2 cartons of cigarettes, and then dump them all loose into a big bowl and put it on the bar. And then we were growing pot in the basement, so we twist up a few joints and stick those in there too. So you go over to Jared's house, you spend $5. You're gonna have free cigarettes. You're gonna get drunk as shit. And you're gonna see bands, and you probably get a couple of joints. So I always needed to find bands. And this chick that I knew came up to me and said, "Yeah, I know these guys. They got a rap band. It's called Bloodhound Gang, and they want to play in the basement." I was like, "Okay, I'll bring them over there." And I've got to tell you, man, these guys, this is the worst band I've ever fucking seen. Like, it's 5 white guys rapping over a ghetto blaster. It's like it's like a dime store Beastie Boys at best. It was terrible. And I had them play there a couple of times, and like I'm the asshole that has to carry the keg down to the basement. And the band's always played in the basement, and these kegs, they ain't light. So I would turn off all the taps upstairs, and I would carry a keg down and put it behind the band. So if you wanted to get your beer, the only beer in the house was behind the band. So you had to watch the Bloodhound Gang. And still I come in there, and there's assholes standing around the top of the stairs, basement's empty. I'm like, "Oh, the beer's down there." They're like, "Yeah, we're going to wait till Bloodhound Gang's done, and then, then we'll get our beer." So, the third time, I was going to tell these guys, "Look, you're nice guys, I like you a lot, but your music sucks, and you're scaring off my customers, so you can't play here anymore." So then they brought in this new guy, and this guy changed my entire opinion. And I'm not just talking about the Bloodhound Gang. I'm talking about my entire opinion of music and entertainment in general. This was probably 1992. And this guy was fully sleeve tattooed, which, nobody was doing back then. And he comes in there, and he's wearing nothing but fishing waders. Those rubber pants that come up to like your chest? Mm-hmm. And, got piercings, tattoos, like visually great. And the thing about our basement was like I was in a punk rock band at the time, and our shtick was after we got done smashing our instruments, we would just smash up garbage we'd found around the neighborhood. So we'd smash our instruments at the end of the day, and then we would smash microwaves and televisions on the floor. And we never cleaned the basement. So the floor's covered in broken glass. So Bloodhound Gang starts their set. And this guy's dancing up a storm. Within, I would say, 30 to 45 seconds, the guy is butt-ass naked. Then he starts rolling around on the floor in the broken glass. And then, and this is what changed my entire perspective, then he plays the game of Switch 'em. Are you familiar with the game of Switch 'em?
No.
You stick one thumb in your mouth and one thumb up your butt. And then you switch them. And I was like, amazing! Amazing! I get it. I get the Bloodhound Gang. Yes, music and a show. Yes, I understand. So after that, I was like, yeah, you assholes can play here whatever you want. I don't care who shows up. So that was my first meeting with Jim. I really didn't pay Jim much mind, but I was entranced by the Switch 'em guy.
What happened to the guy? Did he ever appear again with the Bloodhound Gang, or?
Yeah, I never saw him again. I think he died of dysentery.
Clearly dead.
Yeah, I think he probably lasted about as long as Gigi Allen.
Was he even a member of the band, or was just a guy who was
Well,
like?
I mean,
just there?
there was kind of they kind of had a rotating door policy back then.
Oh, but he didn't like sing or play an instrument.
I mean, they were all rappers then.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they just put a ghetto blaster up on the washing machine and you know did their shit over it. You know.
I think I just saw a question come in for Mike. If one of my co-hosts would mind checking it and reading it out.
Yeah, there was actually one before the question for Mike, so I'm just gonna do it in order.
Okay,
This is
two
Jared.
questions, Mike. Oh,
No. I just did one. So why don't you let Mike take one?
Yeah, do
Sure.
Mike. Do them in order.
Yeah.
It's from Maddie.
Before I do that, Jared, I just have to call out your little humble brag that you were the only one who could carry the big heavy kegs down. Kudos to you. The question for
Yeah.
Not I was the only one that could. I was the only one that would.
okay,
I'm sure they were.
difference,
I'm
right?
sure they were physically capable of it.
Look at you
But,
throwing it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I had roommate. My associates then were akin in laziness to my associate now. I wouldn't see the Banana Man carrying a keg down a.
If I'm gonna drink the beer, I'm carrying two.
You might drink half the keg first and then carry it down.
Okay,
Jared,
go.
just take a
Question for Mike.
compliment. And next question. It says, I have a question for Mike. How the hell did the Mighty Boosh start? Is it like a weird dream you had? Ha ha.
It's just
That's a very
all
good
the bit-
question. It is
it's
like
a-
a weird dream. If
It's a
anyone's
weird
ever seen
dream
it.
in my brother Noel's mind. We were always dressing up when we were growing up and putting weird costumes on. I remember being in my garden at 3 a.m, dressed in my grandmother's dress with a flower pot hat on and doing a weird video with my brother. So we was always doing like weird stuff. And then they started doing Edinburgh Festival, and then it kind of went from there. But just
I
my
should add,
brother's mind.
just to jump in here, in case people don't know, Mike's brother is Noel Fielding, who you may know from other TV ventures such as The Great British Bake Off. Sorry, Mike, continue.
You had to get that in, didn't you?
Well, they're mainly American.
Nice
They're mainly
interjection.
Oh, of
American.
course.
Our culture is pointless and meaningless to them. We must tell them, like about the Bovril and about the brothers. We need to tell
Yeah,
them.
I know. Yeah, of course. The craziness of my brother's mind. That's how the Boosh started. We started doing gigs on stage, and then normally you start from TV and then you go on stage after. But then we did it the other way around. So we did like stage, radio, and then we did TV eventually, and then live again. So. But yeah, it's weird because a lot of apparently a lot of fans in the States, you guys only kind of came across Boosh from watching old Greg skits on YouTube.
I think
Am I
it was on
right?
Swim over there. I think Jared told me.
Boosh was on.
that-
It was on the Adult Swim. On
Yeah.
yeah.
It came out on Adult Swim, I think, for a bit, and then but then a lot of people found it through like old Greg. They were like, "What's this? Who's this underwater sea creature? What's going on here?" And then they found the whole series. But yeah, it was. I mean, if you've been introduced, to the booth by old Greg, that's pretty random.
About as weird as it gets. I should point out, just interject here for one moment. If we look in our little listener pool here, if we can see Laura Farmer. Hi, Laura. Laura is A, friend of mine, B, one of my tattoo artists, C, huge Mike Fielding fan, and D, or 4, I've forgotten if I was counting or numbering, or no, do the other one, letters, big Bloodhound Gang fan. So she's probably having the time of her life here. So I imagine, if you my question checkers, there will probably be some Laura Farmer questions.
There are already 2. They're in queue.
I knew it.
Oh.
Nice to meet you, Laura. Hello. I just realised you can't answer back.
Yeah, she can't. Although
you can
if she
send the
wants,
question back.
yeah, if you're
Yeah,
asking
she
a
can
question and you want to
answer back
ask it
through the miracle
yourself,
of text.
Oh,
If
I
you're
don't know how
like,
how these things
symbols and
work.
emotions.
if you're asking a question in the listener pool and you want to ask it yourself, just say that and we'll invite you in.
There's one
Do that.
request for
Briefly. Let's not go
Briefly,
crazy.
then we'll kick
Let's
you
not-
out again.
Let's not go crazy.
You're not important.
We'll give you some beer and eggs.
That's the other show.
Yeah, that show's
Right,
over.
okay.
That show's done.
Yeah.
After today's episode, we're probably getting canceled.
Well, no, 9 people will be really sad.
Oh, that was deep. That was a low blow.
Sorry. I'm just getting ahead of myself because we have more than 9, which I didn't anticipate. That's quite exciting for me. Right, sorry, I'm interjecting. Go on. Does anyone
should we-
want to ask a question with their own voice? Has anyone said that?
There's a
one
request
has
pending
said
there.
it. Yeah, there is a request from somebody whose question is next. So if we
Can you
want to
make
let
that
them
bigger?
in.
Okay. Do I do that? Shall I do that? Who is it? Cacophony Clan?
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know how to add them.
Why
I
do you have
can.
to invite them in,
Real men.
Liz? Are they vampires?
Yes, they have to they have to say the special phrase. Right, I'm
You really wanna
inviting
be
in
powerless
Cacophony
against them?
Clan.
Unlike vampires, we can kick them back out.
Yeah, we can, which is lucky. Right, okay. I've added there you go.
Hey, you guys know the show What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you know, I've been trying to
love
get
it.
everybody to watch that. I've been trying to get Destiny and Liv to watch
That's
it, but they're
awesome.
being really resistant, which is
Do you
so
know that
annoying.
one, Jared?
Never heard of
Bro,
it.
I
I'm a
told
boomer.
you I
It's awesome.
started.
Okay,
Everybody should see it.
Cacophony Clan has muted their speaker, so maybe they don't want to speak.
You have to, it defaults to mute. You have to unmute it.
They muted their speaker, so they don't even want to listen.
No, well, just leave me alone. Microphone thing. I don't want to keep saying Mike. It might confuse Mike in the corner, and he'll start going, piping
It
up.
is confusing me.
Easily done. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm removing you from speakers because you're not saying anything. Right. Anyone else?
All right. Well, the
I
next
can-
question, Kristen
Yeah, go
is
for it.
asking Jared, how did you join the Bloodhound Gang? How'd you go from just their host from their, member?
Oh, well, I after we graduated, I left the city and I moved out to the woods, which is where I lived for a number of years before I started college, and then I decided, fuck Philadelphia, I'm moving back here. So I had this job working as the marketing manager at a pharmaceutical company, which was great. I got to sell phony pharmaceuticals to old people to give them hope that they were going to survive when I knew they wouldn't. And I got to wear a suit and a tie every day. It was great. Sit there on the phone yakking, trying to get people to buy our phony pharmaceuticals. And I was still having the parties. I'd moved out of the house in Philadelphia, and I was renting a farmhouse with my buddies from high school. And the philosophy was still the same: 5 bands, 5 cakes, $5. But once weather like we have now started, like maybe a little later than that, like March or April, once it started getting nice out, when we would come home from the bar, we would get in one of our trucks and drive around to all the construction sites in the area. And you know that like orange construction fence we have in America? It's called snow fence.
Yeah,
You know
with
what I'm talking
holes.
about? Yeah, it's like, yeah. Well, we would steal as much of that as we could get our hands on from construction sites until we had enough to go around the entire yard. and then we would build a stage, and we would have a festival every summer in the backyard, and then it was 10 bands, 10 kegs, $10.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Look at you.
Yeah, and then we go out and buy like those 5-foot tanks of nitrous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you can make some pretty good money with that nitrous. So we would do that every year while I was working at this job. And this story's kind of long. Let me know if it goes on too long. So we have this party planned, and this is, I think, like the summer of 1996. No, 95. And I come home from work one day, and we had this one neighbor, and this was a bitter old grandfather that hated everybody in the neighborhood. And his hobby was listening in on cordless phone. Like back then, you had cordless phones, and his hobby was listening into those conversations on his scanner. And he hated everyone in the neighborhood except us. He loved us because we had parties with teenage girls. So he was always over at our house. So I show up one day, and Walt's at my house, and he was like, Jared, there's something big going on. I heard it on the scanner. There's something going on over in the township building. I'm like, Walt, get the fuck out of my house. I'm going to eat dinner. I'm going to watch The Simpsons. I'm going to jerk off, and then I'm going to sleep. And he's like, no, Jared, there's something going on. There's something going on. I'm like, oh. So we get in Walt's truck, and we drive over to the township building. And it turns out they are having a secret meeting to vote to pass a law to make it illegal for us to have a party at our house. And, I'm sitting in the back listening to these fucking assholes. And, they're about to vote on it. I'm like, hey, excuse me. I'm the guy that lives in that house you're having this secret meeting about. You're telling me it's now illegal for me to have, if this bill passes, it's illegal for me to have parties at my house? Like, yes, sir. Well, that's what we're telling you. Like, so it's illegal for me to have a party, but anybody else can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, no, sir. This law would apply to anyone in the township. Any gathering over 100 people would now be illegal. I'm like, oh really? So someone wants to have a wedding? That's illegal? Like, no, sir. Weddings would be exempted. I'm like, oh, so if someone wants to have, a funeral, graduation party, bar mitzvah, that sort of thing, all illegal in town now. I was like, no, sir. Those would all be exempted. I'm like, so you're telling me it's only illegal for me personally to have a party at my house? Everything else is exempted. Like, yes, sir, yes, essentially that's what I'm telling you. Like, look, I'm not some fancy fucking township supervisor, but dude, I just graduated from college, and my minor was pre-law. And I know there are certain things, such as discrimination law, and the U.S. Constitution says there's no way you can pass a law that only applies to me. You pass this law, this will be the biggest mistake this township's ever made. Needless to say, the law passes unanimously. So now there's a law that's illegal for me to have a party at my house.
I forgot what the question was. This has gone on for like 45 days.
Yeah, this is how I ended up.
It's just half of the story.
Yeah. Oh, we're just
you gotta hear the comeback.
This is the tip of the Titanic.
The comeback is epic.
So I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, work. I can't even like think it worked in this. I just spent like $1,000 booking bands and advertising this thing, and now it's illegal. And the singer of my band calls me up. And he's like, are we going to take this land out, or are we going to fight it? I'm like, I'm at $1,000. I guess we're going to fucking fight it. So, we start calling lawyers, and he calls me up later in the day, and he's like, yeah, I found some guys that want to talk to us. So we go over to this meeting with it's called the ACLU. These guys? American Civil Liberties Union.
Sure, for the purposes of expediency, yes.
The same lawyers that back like the American Nazi Party. These guys. So, now the Nazis at least got our back. So, we go over there and we have a meeting with these guys, and like, all right, kid, tell me your story. I'm like, yeah, my township passed a law that only applies to me. He's like, fuck you, kid, tell me the real story. I'm like, yeah, my township passed a law that only applies to me. He's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah. He's like, and they said this out loud. I'm like, did they say it in the township? And he's like, kid, I'll take your case and I'll take it for free. So we sued the township. Now I'm guessing the township supervisors figured if like some hillbilly kid's gonna sue them, they're gonna sue them in like the circuit court where the supervisor's cousin is the judge. He comes around like once a month to hear traffic tickets. But U.S. Constitution. So we sued him at the federal courthouse in Philadelphia. Now when I was in college, my job was as a bike messenger. So you delivered shit at that point in the 90s that couldn't be delivered any other way than by hand. Like if it could be like what if it could be faxed or whatever, then you didn't need it. Like there was no email, but yeah, like primitive email in the form of a fax machine. But like shit that couldn't be faxed such as like human kidneys and eyeballs and legal briefs.
A bloody guy, a bloody glove for the.
Yes. OJ's gloves. Yes, those had to be delivered by Mike Messenger. So I spent a lot of time going back and forth between lawyers' offices and the courthouse. So I get down there this time in the summer of 1995, and like the guards are like, "Hey Jared, what are you doing back here? I thought you moved out to the country." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still in my township." But the township solicitor, on the other hand, big, fat, sweaty dude in a bad toupee, never been in a federal courthouse before in his life. And this is like the last week of July. So yeah, we're in there and he's fucking sweating and the glue's starting to melt on his toupee and it's sliding down his
like Giuliani with the fucking oil in his head?
Yeah, sort of.
Huh?
So, the judge calls the case and immediately the supervisor's lawyer is like, the township would like to repeal that law. And our lawyer's like, yeah, you're going to repeal the law, but before you do that, you're going to pay our clients $15,000 for filing frivolous legislation. And lawyer's like, township will agree to that. So they had to repeal the law, and the township supervisors had to pay me $15,000. And so our lawyer's like, oh, also one more thing. I want a restraining order against the supervisors. They can't come within 100 yards of Jared. So they had to let us have the party. But in the course of doing this, I used to have to go down to the courthouse to testify. So I told my boss, and this was the first European asshole I'd ever had to deal with. It's a Swedish dude named Håkan there in the company. I'm like, Håkan, I don't want to get in trouble at work, but I'm not going to let my township make a mockery of the Constitution. So I don't know if I need to take my vacation early or take a leave of absence. But, I'm going to have to go down to court every day this week to testify. And he's like, Jared, I do not want you to have to worry about your job. That is why I'm going to fire you right now. And I was like, dude, I just fucking sued my township. You don't think I'll sue your ass? And he's like, what if I just said, right, that you are laid off, right? Then you can continue to collect your salary, but you don't have to show up for work. I'm like, hey, now you're talking my language. So, I get fired from my job, but I can still collect my unemployment, which is like, 75% of my check. And, the Bloodhound Gang is headlining the festival. And so after the festival's over, we're over in Walt's Pool swimming around. And, Jim's like, hey, Jared, we just got signed to Sony BMG. You're not working, but you still get paid. I'm like, yeah, I just sit at home all day. He's like, you still have that van? Your band used to tour it? I'm like, it's right over there by the barn. He's like, how would you like to drive for the band? So I was the band's driver for like 2 shows. Then, with their revolving door policy, a couple guys quit. And I'm like, Jared, you used to be on stage. You want to jump up there? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So jumped up on stage with the guys. And
did you know how to play an instrument, or did you pick any?
Well, no, I was just rapping then.
Oh, you were rapping?
Yeah.
Is there any footage of that?
This is the longest story I've honestly ever heard.
Somewhere. Oh, wait till you hear the one about Russia.
No,
that goes on for
one.
Days. Hey, this is longer than that.
I'm interjecting. We've got you're on the stage, okay?
Well, anyhow, that's how it happened.
Okay, there was a lot of legal information there.
Long story short, George Jefferson then.
But all
right. Long story short, we lost 3 followers in that story.
Is that all?
You know the girl whose leg you tattooed?
Yes.
She was here. She's gone.
Probably went off to have lupus tattooer.
I can't believe I got tattooed by that asshole.
Okay, right. Listen, Laura has 2 questions. I believe she was next.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask me unless you want to be here all night. I wouldn't ask me.
For Mike, hopefully. Right?
Okay, well, we'll ask Mike the next one then, and then we'll get back into like Grandpa's stories.
Mike, I dare you to ramble on longer than that.
Laura, I'm going to invite you to speak, but if you don't want to, just delete the request, and then you can ask your questions if you wish. Oh, wait, hang on. Where is she gone? There she is. Right, invite to speak. Okay, I know that you're new to Twitter, but it should pop up a little thingy. Okay, everyone hold their breath.
Wo ist der Jägermeister? No Jägermeister tonight.
Laura, if you can hear me, I've sent you a request to ask your questions. If you would like to, I'm guessing no. Then okay,
Are we
that's a
muted?
no.
No.
Okay, right.
No.
All right,
I think
so
she's declined it.
okay,
That's fine.
so
Okay,
anybody
so
that is,
just read
looking
them out
at,
then.
Instagram
Co-host
Live, if you
Laura's
want to see what
questions
we're
to
doing,
Mike.
we're actually doing
Yeah, the
a
question to Mike
Bloodhound
says,
Gang
what was your
fan
favorite Mighty Beach
spaces
episode to work on and why?
Twitter with some British chicks.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I would say,
yeah, the
so
link is pinned. I think.
Nanageddon
Yeah.
episode.
Neon
So
Hooligan.
Yeah,
if
okay,
there's
there you go.
anyone that hasn't seen that episode, basically, so I play shaman. I live with a gorilla. So like witches, they get black cats as their familiars. Or I've got a talking gorilla as my familiar. So we live together in Shoreditch, and we live with two guys, Vince and Howard. Vince and Howard, when I'm out one night, they steal my book of black magic, and to try and impress these goth girls, and they summon the evilest demon known to man, which is an 80-year-old old lady. She's evil. She's like got massive knitting needles that she stabs people with. And basically they create Nanageddon. Loads of old ladies on the streets of London killing people,
Causing devastation.
causing
Yeah.
devastation. They do this
Bingo
really
halls for a
cool.
bloodbath. It's a good one.
Yes, they do this really good, amazing like rock kind of like a punk song as like the apocalyptic London is falling. Yeah, that was my favourite episode to film. It was quite funny. It's got something about coming into work and seeing about 40 to 50 old ladies just sitting in one room.
Hey,
It's like, what's going on
saw a
here?
That'll be the Banana Man's
What?
dream.
I saw a porn like that once. I've been on sets like that.
I think you've been the fluffer on
Saturday
something.
night for the banana. That's just a good Saturday night. Although I
Yeah.
must say, I'm really disappointed that you didn't say party, because that's the one where you and I bonded and became friends, which we still are.
We bonded anyway. We bonded like in between
We bonded
scenes.
on the set of Party, wasn't it?
We
You didn't
did,
say
I
that,
know,
so
yeah.
I know where I stand now.
Oh, I'm in trouble now.
What? You?
So, my favourite episode is Party.
Hey! Why? Why is it?
That's where I met Liz, and she won't leave me alone. She's never left me since. I'm trying to get rid of her, but I can't.
Oh, it's like herpes.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. Now I get you totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Laura had another one for Jared.
I just invited Laura. She said she can't find the request.
Okay.
I just canceled the invite.
Maybe you
and
need a
tried to
bike
invite her
messenger.
I must
again.
say, Laura, all props to her, literally downloaded Twitter for the first time just for this.
Damn, on her Nokia phone?
Is Twitter kind of a boomer app anyway?
Maybe. But we're nice to Laura because Laura has offered, should we ever need to, for a future event or anything like that, tattoo me whatever anyone else, maybe Jared, decides, should we ever need that for any future events. So,
Oh yeah.
Can I just say,
No.
Liz, why have you not got a boost tattoo?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
We've been friends for a long time now, and I expected by now you would have got some sort of boost
I have,
tattoo.
just in an intimate area you've not seen. You don't know me.
How many Bloodhound Gang tattoos do you have?
Me?
Yes. Is
I
it less
mean-
than 0?
I've got a massive one of Jimmy's face on my thigh. Which is really lame. But
You
it's
should
not
get
lame,
Jared
it's
on the
really
other
cool.
side.
I would, but I can't now. I can't.
Yeah, like-
because-
You know what? Even I got a tattoo from fucking Jared, so you should.
What do you think the chances are that one of these people that's in the chat here
yeah.
is secretly an account that Jim started to listen?
Zero. But I would love that. It's a shame. I
certainly
must say,
think-
we've had a lot of DM. I don't know who the we is, but I have had 4 or 5 DMs already going, where's Pop?
Like Adrian could be Jim.
Why don't you
a
text
distinct
him?
possibility.
I can't, obviously,
Could we
I
go
have
no
no
vote? Could
means
could
of
could
controlling
definitely be
anything,
Jim?
and we don't want anyone to feel obligated. I've been stressing about this at Jared. He's been glossing over it all week
Can you
because
like
I didn't
DM
want
him?
anyone to feel obliged to join. So we don't want to give anyone a hard time or make them do things they don't want to do or feel comfortable doing.
But does yeah, you
Yeah,
can
Jim.
DM him.
I mean, I think Jim is very against stuff like this when he's sober.
Sober.
But when he's had a few diametrically opposite.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
he
you go.
couldn't get enough. It was his idea.
Yeah, you said it was his idea. How did that come about? Because we've been speculating.
I have no idea.
You were there.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Like,
I'll be honest with you, there are like long tracks of time in my
his
life.
body
that
was
I don't
there, but
remember.
the mind.
You know, I know we were coming back. We were coming back
Did
from
he
Westchester.
say, like, oh, let's go on Spaces?
I don't know.
Or was
We were
it
coming back from
preamble?
Westchester, and we've been drinking all night. And I think I might have mentioned that there was a chat, and because I'm such a boomer, like you had a chat that previous weekend, I think, or something.
Yeah.
And I was such a boomer. I wanted to do what Jim is probably doing right now, which is just lurk and listen to you guys talk shit on us. But I'm such a boomer that I actually got into the chat, and then I felt obligated to say something. And then even though I put my phone and I left it in the bathroom, I left it on so it looked like I was still listening.
Yeah,
I
but
think I
you know,
mentioned
we
that to him.
assumed you were listening. It wasn't until you told us you weren't. But then when you did the other spaces, you were like, oh my, I'm going to do my impression of you again. Oh my God, like I'm totally in. We should do another. Let's pencil it in. Let's
Yeah.
schedule it. I'll have my people call your people. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and as I am a man of my word, I went through with it.
You are. Yeah.
Liz, you sound like Millhouse when you're imitating Jared. It's great.
Hey, the best
Because
impression.
to me,
I've
I
ever
sound
heard.
100% exactly like Jared in my head.
Mom, Bart's smoking.
You have to destroy your vocal cords with Jägermeister and for like about 20 years, and then you got it.
But yeah, as I said, I don't remember a lot of things, but I assume that's how it happened.
Well, let me remind you of another thing you said then. Because...
Did it have to do with chopsticks?
What?
Did it have to do with chopsticks? Because I remember there was a lot of chopsticks.
No. There was a lot of chopstick chat. But you made a bet, which I think, as it's recorded and in the public domain, is now legally binding.
Well, we are a gambling site, so yeah.
You made a bet for £8.5 million. You did say pounds.
Okay.
I think you were addressing your audience, which was
Right.
me.
Audience of one.
That Jimmy would never do karaoke with a fan.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
that.
So just so you know, it's now my personal mission to lose you that £8.5 million.
Americans don't believe in any currency other than the dollar, so I don't know if Jared knew what he was betting on.
He said pounds.
Yeah, but
It's
I meant
recorded.
800.
It's in the public domain.
Yeah, but
Legal.
I meant £8.5 million of carp. So if you
No,
like
but
carp,
you didn't specify.
If
So
you like
unless you
carp,
want another
I
long drawn out,
think-
really boring legal battle,
I
then
think
£8.5 million of chopsticks.
I think that's just understood.
£8.5 million of chopsticks. Yeah, right.
No, is
That's
there-
easily attainable.
But is
Just
there
sitting there
is there
in a
time
pile.
is there a time limit on this?
No, it's forever now.
Well, then I could
But
never
just so
win.
you know,
But I could
I'm going to
never
go
win,
out
right?
of my way to lose you that money.
But it's not a bet then.
Go. Well, it is a bet. You made the bet.
But-
I'm
but
just helping
there would have
you
to be
lose
some
it.
way for you to lose. Well, if you're saying it goes on until infinity, until it actually happens, then
Well,
there's no way I
until
could.
one
well,
or
I have
other of the
I have
parties
to
is
live until the
dead.
year
Yeah.
infinity to win. No.
Well, nobody really wins. I mean, who even gets the £8.5 million? Jimmy, I suppose.
The tax man is going to win.
Yeah, I think the Finanzamt in Germany is going to win with me. That seems to be the way it always happens.
Right. Well, anyway, we've rambled enough. Are there any more questions?
There are, but since I'm a co-host and I have to leave in
Yeah.
10 minutes, I want to ask a quick question
Go
for
on.
Jared.
That's a big bump.
We've already brought up The Simpsons. I just have to ask, what was the process of, and were you part of it, of writing Ralph Wiggum? Ralph is my favorite character. How the fuck did you guys just like pull all of that together?
I think it was just a matter of sending back our writing process eventually for all the songs that Jim didn't just write by himself became just like, because we couldn't stand to be in the same room with each other, is just to send emails back and forth and stuff we thought was funny. And I think this was just like, oh, that's a funny Ralphie quote, or that's a funny Ralphie quote. You know? Nothing
That's
exciting.
cute.
Yes. And since we both at that point we had both, I think, seen every episode of The Simpsons. I can't, which is a brag I can't.
I mean, the
now.
cool ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I thought after season 9 it was going to get better. You know, I thought like season 5 through 9 was the most genius shit ever written, and I thought after, no offense to Mike, but after season 9 it was a very steady downhill, and I kept thinking it was going to get better. So at some point around like season 23, I had not seen every single episode.
Yeah, me neither.
You stuck it out so long after season 9. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. I felt I owed it to myself.
Yeah.
Boy, do I feel like a fool now.
Well, that was a quick answer. Thank you. I'm gonna go on to another question. Let's see. What do we have? This one says, for Jared, did you have any personal favorite Bloodhound Gang song to play live?
Oh, I thought they were all horrible. Right. I mean, after the first like month or so, it was just mind-numbing torture getting up there and playing the same songs over and over again. Which, if we were a normal band, you know, it would have been fine, because, you know, you play all those same songs, and then, you know, you finish that tour, then you go home, you write some new songs, and then you go out and tour again. But, you know, for us, you know, having between a 5 and 10 year period between albums, like, we were stuck with those same shitty songs for a long time.
No, that killed the channel. Okay, I'm getting a lot of DMs. I can't actually open them because I'm worried that if I do and go off this screen, everything will end because I'm not very good at this. So if you're DMing me, thanks, but I can't. I genuinely, I'm too frightened to open it in case everything goes wrong. But you can DM Destiny because she said that earlier, and so that's fine. So go message her. I don't dare leave the screen. But I do know, because I've seen them, that Jay Gizmo would like to ask a question or just say hi quick, if everyone's okay with that.
Jay Gizmo.
Yeah.
And we're sure this isn't Jim.
I'm just reading what's on the screen. Let me just
Sounds like Jim.
bear with.
It could be Jim.
No, it's definitely not. Jay is one of the younger fans.
Oh.
Just FYI.
Oh, yeah. That ain't
Right,
Jim.
okay, here we go. Invite to speak. I've invited you. If you would like to accept it. Because I think that's what you were DMing me about. Got her. She's muted.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
It's J Gizmo. It's J/Gizmo. It's it's a
that makes all the
combination of
difference.
Names I have.
Okay.
It's a bunch of nicknames people call me, but I want to say hi.
Jay
I
/
really,
Gizmo /
like, I really want to stay, but I don't want to cause a disruption of people wanting to speak and not having space. But I would love to be like a co-host or something, because I'm very good with tech, being 16 and all, and on Twitter constantly.
You sound
we
pretty
only
American
have this
too.
one. Sorry, Joe. We only have this one slot open right now. So we are going to boot you for others, but if that changes, we'll let you know. But
Alright.
is there anything you wanted
I'll
to
be
say?
leaving soon, so you'll have my spot.
I would I'm trying to think, because I had a question earlier that I wanted to ask, but it kind of blanked as soon as I joined because panic.
Yeah, is it like a
This is a high pressure situation.
Yeah.
But
Wait, drink this.
very
I'm
high
not
pressure
drinking.
for me.
Yeah, no, I'm on one beer.
I'm almost actually. Oh, I did want to bring up the fact that I am the person who drew Jared as a monkey and sent it to him in his DMs.
Oh, very nice.
I drew you as a monkey,
got it?
and you responded with a simple thanks.
The best way to get rid of racists is just to ignore them.
But oh yes, a lot of bassists are high maintenance. But I wanted to ask.
Racist,
Forgot.
not
Fuck.
bassist.
Well, you were telling me that you really like the Mighty Boosh as well the other day. So if there's anything you want to ask Mike, he's also here. He's maybe less frightening than Jared. Jared is quite frightening, I understand.
Hello.
Yeah, Jared hits little kids all the time.
I'm a very big fan of most British comedy shows and stuff like that.
Okay, but tell us which is one you hate.
Which is one I what
TV show you hate? You know.
Didn't Russell Brand have
Banana,
a
you're
show?
confusing her.
In general, what TV show? No, I like just talking. What TV show do I hate in general, or like British TV show?
Yeah, British.
Anything Gordon Ramsay is involved in. Really don't like Gordon Ramsay.
No one likes Gordon Ramsay or James
Corden. Kid
Corden.
loves him.
He's got
He
a
looks
potato
like
face.
He looks like he's been kicked in the face with a football stud.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
great.
he
He
does.
was great on Extras.
Is that the cook?
Yeah.
That's the cook, right? Oh.
Yeah, I like the thing he did with Steve-O though, mostly because I like Steve-O.
He did something with Steve-O?
Oh yeah, he did a
Sellout.
thing with Steve-O. Steve-O poured hot sauce in his eyeball.
And Gordon Ramsay's
that's bad,
eyeball.
what's that?
On Gordon Ramsay's
Yeah,
eyeball?
it's on
Or...
YouTube.
Oh, that sounds like something Gordon Ramsay would be against.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
great
no,
on that show with
he was
Jack
losing-
Whitehall.
He was silently losing his mind the whole time. You could see it in his eyes, the complete fear of not being able to control the situation. Because I mean, it's Steve-O.
Well, I mean,
I feel a bit like that now.
Steve-O.
he's pretty sober now. I mean,
Yeah, he's still like climbing up on cranes and doing shit to free the whales. And,
Oh, this new Steve-O's bucket
it's like a
list
different
coming out.
vice.
He's gonna do a lot of weird shit again.
Didn't he make like some really expensive water
I can't remember that. I own one.
and
of
then
his
called it
bottles
like
with his
death juice or something?
Oh yeah. There is
Liquid
something
death?
like that. Yeah, it's in a can. It looks like malt liquor, but then you spend like $5 on it and find out it's only water.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like that liquid death stuff.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that
what
is it.
is.
I didn't
Yeah.
know liquid death was Steve-O.
liquid death is just water.
I
It's
don't
just
know if
normal
it's
water.
him
I've
or if
just
he
seen
just
so many
backs
videos
it.
of. I've just seen so many videos of kids coming up to like gas station counters and giving them like the water, and they're like, "Do you have an ID?" And he's like, "To buy fucking water." Which
I mean, it would have to be kids because nobody but kids is stupid enough or has enough discretionary income to spend $5
Yeah,
on
nobody's
a
gonna
can of
buy
water.
You know what it started? It was because on the Vans tour or something, they were sponsoring the bands to drink Monster drinks and Monster Energy drinks on stage.
Right.
But they couldn't like be on stage all the time and drink fucking liquid bubblegum all day. And they started to refill the cans, Monster Energy cans, with water. And then someone said, "Hey, why don't we just?"
So
produce
wait. So
cool
they
looking
weren't
water
like taking beer cans and refilling with Monster Energy. They were taking Monster Energy
and filling them with water.
weak.
Yeah, see, they did that to fix that. Jonathan Davis did this where he just started wearing the Monster merch, like the shirts and the wristbands and the hats and stuff. Much like Rob Dyrdek did to like support his stuff, where he would just like wear it on live TV.
Despite the
just be
fact
like,
we were all alive in the 90s, Jay's knowledge of weird niche 90s culture just blows me away. I don't remember any of
That's
this.
weird,
But
Jay.
is that normal? I mean, for a band other than Iron Maiden to wear their own merch? Because I don't think any member
Yes.
of our
CKY
band has
wore a lot
ever
of
worn anything that
about it.
even said Bloodhound Gang on it.
Well, if you're a popular band and you don't have to pay for shit and you just get free shirts to wear when your clothes are dirty, you're gonna wear your own merch on show.
If you're a popular band, you can afford to buy a T-shirt.
You never bought a T-shirt
Yeah.
in the last 30 years.
But I could have afforded to.
CKY and stuff, they wore their own merch a lot.
Yeah, true.
They were constantly wearing CKY hats and like hoodies and stuff.
I guess they're
But,
cooler
yeah,
than
like,
us because I
you're
could not
not a
possibly
big-
even when like promoters would give us like a tour jacket that said like the dates and like it was like a tour present. I'm like, yeah,
Fuck that.
I mean, Lupus of course would immediately take them and sell them on eBay. I just threw them. So I have like
that would be
dozens
amazing to
of
find out what
Tupperwares in my basement full of all this merch that people have printed up. I mean, I can't sell something that people gave me for free. All I can do is use it for giveaways.
Yeah.
And they can't do that in the giveaways. Lupus has no problem with that. He was selling like gold records and shit.
What List was saying, yes, I do know a bit about the 90s. I'm not very, but with like music and stuff, I'm very aware of that because my oldest brother Joey was born in '95, and he's
damn,
kind of
I'm
just
old.
stuck in the '90s, stuck in the like late '90s to early 2000s. So all of my knowledge I learned from him.
Dude, your parents, you were liquid back in the 90s.
I have to just interrupt for 1 minute. Sorry, guys. I just want to say, if anyone else has anything they'd like to ask Mike, he has to go soon. So if there's anything else, Jay, if you've got anything else, if not, we're going to grab anyone else in, or if you can put if there's anything else in the comments for Mike, who I feel is a bit overwhelmed, then let me know.
I'm talking too much shit here.
He's surrounded by a multiple Bloodhound Gang fans and a few Mighty Boosh fans.
Oh, Bird. Ooh. Jay,
No, it's fun. I like this. It's fun. It's been,
I think you're surrounded by every Bloodhound Gang fan.
Jay throwing bombs here.
I love it. You're all crazy.
Right, Jay.
Brilliant.
All 12
have you
of them
got
are
anything?
here.
Oh my God, Jared, shut up for 1 second. Jay, have you got anything you want to say to Mike before I boot you? Because we have another request in.
I don't have really any questions, but I did very much enjoy talking.
Okay, cool. It was nice to meet you properly, and I will come back to you in a bit.
Great.
Everyone say bye to Jay.
I'd love to talk more about my.
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, right. Has anyone else got anything specific for Mike? Is there anything in the questions?
I don't think so.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, it was a pleasure, everybody. Yeah, lovely to meet you all. Never stop being crazy. I love it.
Mike, pleasure to virtually meet you.
Yeah, let us know when you're in Germany, or we let you know. If
Yes,
Yeah,
I'll
Liz,
come
thanks
to
for
Germany and
setting
we'll
this
have
up.
beer and eggs.
Hey, there's
Hot sauce.
hot sauce too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and hot,
sauce,
yeah, and hot sauce. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Love you all. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye, Mike.
All right, I outlasted
Okay,
Mike.
right. We've
No,
got
Just one more
another
story and I'll outlast
request
everyone.
from Kristen.
Someone should ping Jim.
Hey?
Someone should ping Jim or Twitter DM or something.
Well,
There's
he doesn't have DMs, so we can't.
Huh.
Jared's literally sat there and presumably has his phone number, right?
Presumably.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, the last time he answered a phone call from me was probably somewhere around 2002.
Yeah, Jared has to literally go to his house and knock.
Like
on the
if I
door.
want to get in touch with Jim, I gotta wait till I'm in America and drive over to his house, and then it's 50-50 if he'll let me in. And I know,
Even if he might-
but
if he
I
needs
know
to
he's
pee,
gonna
then
be
he
home 'cause he
might.
never leaves the house.
Okay, right. So we have a request from Kristen. Shall we do that? I presume she will have a question. Let me add you as a speaker.
Well, she's
Okay.
connected. Second.
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, there's a
Kristen,
question in the
long time
comments
listener, first
about
time caller.
Bang
There we
Chamber
go.
8. Were you involved with Bang Chamber 8? That was before you, right?
Wasn't Bang Chamber 8 the Depeche Mode cover band?
I think so.
Yeah, I had nothing.
Oh,
to do with
Laura's
that.
connected now.
I had nothing to do with that, and had I known that existed, I would have had nothing to do with the Bloodhound Gang subsequently.
Laura's here now. Laura, if you want to unmute yourself, you were first in the questions. Do you want to ask your question for Jared?
Hi guys, I would love to ask my questions, Jared. If you can hear me, okay?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
Yeah, I'm super new to Twitter, so I'm sorry I couldn't figure out how to use my Nokia with Twitter.
Cha-ting! My joke ringed.
Wow, it landed. Well done.
It landed.
Jared, if you could only listen to one album forever, what would that album be and why?
Ooh. I'm gonna say probably Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, just because like that I think is like it wasn't super mainstream, but like every song on it is really fucking awesome, and like it's not like there's nothing on there that I listen to and get sick of, you know. Oh wait, did you mean Bloodhound Gang album? Because there's none of those.
No, any album. That's
No,
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, yourself?
Wow, that's really quick. You're getting really quick at answering questions now.
Yeah, well that one was easy.
10 points.
For Gryffindor?
And Kristen,
Sorry,
yourself?
Laura, I spoke over him there, but he asked you what you would choose.
Have you listened to Seventh Son back to back? Because I mean, front to
No,
end, it's great.
I haven't, but
Oh,
I'll
that's
have to
great.
pop it on at work or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what album that's a tough one because I'm like massively into a lot of different genres, and we listen to music all day at work. where we're harvesting scabs on people's bodies, which is great.
Harvesting scabs.
Really? Do you sell them?
Talk
Is
my
it
language.
like is there a market for it, like oysters?
Oh, I mean, can we buy these scabs? Because I just got some great ideas for some challenges for the banana.
Fuck you,
Man.
dude. Fuck you.
Great ideas.
Eat shit.
In fact, I'm gonna go home and cut myself up like a teenage punk rocker, create scabs, and bring them in with me next
fuck
week.
you, dude.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I'm not gonna get herpes from you.
Again.
Then you gotta snort the shit.
Crush them up, snort 'em.
You're learning quickly. We snorted with what last time we snorted?
They were crushed up mealyworms.
Yeah, crushed up mealyworms. No, didn't we snort wasabi?
I've got powdered Carolina Reaper. You gotta try.
I'm not gonna do
That's
this
so
shit.
great.
But yeah, tumbleweeds for that. Nobody wants to. Banana's like, no. No. Right, okay. Who was next? Was it Christian?
Where's
Go,
Andrew?
Christian.
Yeah, I'm here. I just didn't know if you're ready for
Andrew
the
chased
topic.
up. He's not
Ready.
back. He's not
Wait,
back.
there's some here.
All right. So, Jared, obviously you're a big American football fan, and you're an Eagles fan. Am I right?
I am honestly not that big of an Eagles fan.
Not okay. All right. Well, okay. Anyways, besides the point, what got you to support the Seahawks?
Oh, well, as you know, I'm an old boomer, and I really loved them back in like the 87, 88 season when Bosworth was playing there. And like Bosworth was just such an obnoxious loudmouth, and he ran around all the time calling John Elway Mr. Ed. I thought it was fucking hilarious. then he ran into Bo Jackson.
Like the horse?
Yeah. Yeah, because John Elway had the huge seat. And then he ran into Bo Jackson, and then Bosworth only lasted one season, and then he went on to do absolutely horrible movies. So he was like the Rock of the 80s, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly had nothing to do with the current Seahawks.
Yeah, no, that's the whole fucking just. I don't know. I'm in a whole. My head's.
But you're just a fan
with
because
all
you
that
live in
shit
Seattle,
now.
right?
What was that?
You're just a fan because you live in Seattle?
Yeah, I'm born, raised here. So Seattle sports, Seahawks, Mariners, Sonics when we had them. I'll even watch the Kraken sometimes. That's our new hockey team.
The Kraken. That sounds
I like the name.
cool name.
Yeah. They're not
Release
too
the
bad.
Kraken.
Okay, we have another request in.
Sidney Powell said.
So hang on, bear with me 1 minute. CrossFox 17. Oh crap! Did I do that correctly? You're muted. Unmute.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm wondering. Well, I want to say hi, and then I'm wondering who came up with the idea of the human dartboard, and did Yarpy have to get stitches after you played it at Royce Rock?
The human dartboard was actually a bit that I stole from this dude named Gabe that Jim and I went to school with. And I think he was in my band before Bloodhound Gang. And after we saw Bloodhound Gang do the Switch'em guy, we started coming up with our own shtick. And his shtick was to do the human dartboard. And then he left the band. So I just stole it from him.
I mean, when you were on tour, was he like getting darts on his?
No, that was in our
like
basement.
each day?
Like once we got out on tour,
Yeah.
I was the human dartboard.
And you had to do that shit every day.
Every night.
You were like a voodoo ball full of holes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great because it sticks, like it hits you and then it sticks in and kind of hangs there.
How long does it take to heal?
It's still working on it.
Oh shit.
But yeah, that dude from the Dudisons, I don't know. I mean, we didn't catch up with him after that, but I assume he was fine. I mean, I used to take him in the back where there wasn't that much fat, and those healed
And
up
he's
pretty
kind
quick.
of rolly.
Yeah, he had like a lot of, there was a lot of him to absorb it, so I think he was fine.
Also, I wanted to tell you that beer and raw eggs is like a hangover cure in Canada.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like the Banana Man, had to go on such drama about it. But he's a real drama queen, so he kind of goes on like that.
Very dramatic, very, very dramatic. I've noticed this.
Yes.
Thank you.
But what I think
Thank
about
you,
him
thank you.
that's great for our stream, which is probably why we're still on the air, is that he has such drama anytime he's in the least bit of danger.
Yeah, of course. You never know when it's gonna be like my last one. Gotta make it count.
Do you know what? I've got a question for Banana.
Oh, really?
I mean, I know that you're supposed to be just in the background making sure things work, but seeing as you're chirping up,
Yeah,
I have a question for you. Why is your banana suit so dirty? What's it dirty with? Why won't you wash it? What's wrong with you?
When did this shit start? Like a couple of years ago?
Yeah, it's good luck.
Does it smell?
Oh,
Horrible.
it smells horribly.
Horribly.
Well,
Yeah.
I started to stick to Jared's solo shows, like a parasite for a while, and then because I had nothing to do, you want to
Like a parasite.
Yeah, I mean, he's just he's a Mexican dude, but he's like a normal looking dude. And I figured, and he started showing up at shows and doing I could use someone to hand out Jägermeister and shit, so I can do my shit with the turntables. So he started handing out the Jägermeister to the crowd, and then he for some reason he started showing up in a Jägermeister costume or a banana costume. He had various different costumes.
I had a couple of costumes, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know why he's doing this, but I guess why not?
I mean,
Go with it.
I mean,
So yeah, I'm stuck with it. And then the banana one, he just it got really filthy, and he just decided, I guess he wasn't going to buy any more costumes, and just stuck with the filthy banana one.
I mean, I expected people wanted to expected a little bit more of a pageantry, and then at some point,
Oh, Tricky Dick, who works in the garage with me in Pennsylvania, says you should wash the banana suit and make him drink the water.
I would fucking die.
Oh, that would be great. All right, that's a challenge coming up in the
Fuck that.
in our charity.
I actually got
in our charity
so
stream.
far. I got 3 banana suits, and I rotate them. But this is the dirtiest one.
Okay, so we're gonna watch that at the charity stream, and then if
This
you
is
lose
not.
the challenge-
This is one that's never gonna be washed. It's like Hercules losing his powers.
I've got another request in from Lance, so I'm just gonna invite Lance. Hang on,
It
button.
says here, Banana Man. Oh, Sam says Banana Man's a legend. He helps a lot of people.
I had them to get drunk.
Oh.
Okay, I invited Lance. Did you just reject that? How rude! Oh no, there you are. Okay, go.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm nervous.
Get
hey,
it together, Lance. You've done this before.
Yeah.
And Lance even got a logo of one of your singles. I
Singles.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which single?
I really
This
love
one.
the single artwork.
Oh yeah. Which one is
Are you
that?
being surprised that you've got Bloodhound Gang fans here? Because I think that's the point.
I'm surprised we have Bloodhound Gang fans at all.
Yeah, here we all are. Although the numbers have diminished. Did you notice how rapidly the numbers dropped when we confirmed that Jimmy was not coming?
I noticed how rapidly the numbers dropped after 2014.
I thought Bloodhound Gang would be either in jail or I don't know.
So,
Go, Lance. What's the
sorry.
question?
My question was, when I first saw you guys live, not in real life, unfortunately, but I saw you guys, when I first saw your live shows, it was one where you guys did the Jimmy Pop is a homosexual chant,
Yes.
which I thought that was really funny. And there are times where every now and then it'll be Jimmy Pop, just randomly stuck in my head. For
Yes, well
whatever
that was very big with the German fans. They love that.
During the World Cup?
I was wondering what the origin story of that, where did that come up, and
That-
why is it to the?
I'm
why is
guessing
that. To the tune of, why is that to the tune?
I
of,
mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess there are chants that are to the tune of Yellow Submarine for football, for German football. I'm guessing because
really?
we would be at festival shows, and that would just start.
I think it was during the World Cup in Germany.
Who's that
Oh,
calling?
someone is calling you.
Yeah, just hang that up. No, it was long before, like 2006 World Cup. You're talking about?
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and then everybody was chanting that.
Yeah, yeah, but it was long before that. But I mean, I think there was one point where Jim loved that band Ozone and wanted to do a cover.
They had a comeback.
That Dragonesta Regina song. Why am I hearing this?
What just happened?
Why am I hearing an echo?
I don't know.
What have you done?
We didn't touch it.
The Banana Man. But anyhow, so I would come out. I would refuse, like our shtick was, I would refuse to play it, and then I would come out with, like, at that point we didn't have the banner that you could show stuff on, so I would just come out with poster boards of, like, you know, rainbows or Batman kissing Robin or that gay Teletubby, and show those to the crowd. And that, I think that's when they started chanting Jimmy Pop is homosexual.
Which one was the gay Teletubby? The one with the dildo?
No.
The purple one.
Yeah, the one who only had a big ass dildo on his head. That was the gay one.
I think that was the green one, but whatever.
Oh.
I'm young enough to know that crap.
Well, there you go.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that, so you gave me context. I was because that was a thing with the German shows, wasn't it? So that makes sense.
Yeah, as far as I know, as far as I remember.
Sweet. I just love you guys. Thank you so much.
That was thanks to the fans.
Does anyone else have a question or want to pop in? I know Dave has just the guy who looks like an egg there. I mean, I don't think he looks like an egg in real life. I don't know. I've never met him. He may look like an egg, but looks like an egg on here. He was one of the group that was mainly discussing the hope for the release of Hooray for Groupies. And I believe, is in Hong Kong right now. So it might be super early.
Is that the autopilot from Airplane?
Where?
Right there. Dave Listener.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Humpty Dumpty.
Oh.
It's Humpty Dumpty, but it does look like the autopilot from Airplane. You're right. It does. But it's not. It's Humpty Dumpty. But Dave, if you have anything you'd like to add, and you know how, then please say so. Destiny, the comments have just jumped up loads. Is there anything we should know about there?
Taking a look through them now. Jay might have another question.
Okay. Has she written it down?
Not yet. She wants to join again. Jay, do you want to write
Come
the
to that in a
question?
minute. Melly may want to join. Just want to make sure everyone has a chance. So if anyone else wants to pop in.
Yeah, I figure I can go about another 12 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna have to flip right off.
I've had quite a lot of whiskey. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm quite tired. So I'm just going to invite Dave, and if he doesn't want to join, then he doesn't have to join. He might be covertly listening to this at work, but I'm just going to send him a little invite, see what happens. If he doesn't want to invite it, he can just say no.
Yeah, just say no.
Yeah.
Just say no. You know, you can do that. Invite to speak. Okay, I think he is saying no because I had to invite him again. Okay, Melly, did you have anything you wanted to add? Or anyone else? Oh, one request. Kristen, we've done you. No one's getting seconds yet until we've made sure everyone else doesn't want to do anything. Melly? You've got Germans on board, Melly. Come on. This is your people.
No.
No. He's like, no, fuck you. Not interested. Okay, right. Kristen, fine. You can come back. Go on. Oh, wait. She's just gone.
Well,
Completely gone.
you let me in anyway.
Yeah, I did. I may regret it. Yeah,
Kristen
go
is
on.
back with more questions. More questions about the Seahawks. You want to know about Dave Craig?
Yeah, more interesting this time.
I don't know. I was just coming on to shoot the shit because it seemed like nobody else wanted to.
Oh, wait. Melly's requested. I'm so sorry, Kristen. I'm 100% booing
Kristen
you.
is out.
Bye. Okay, right. Hang on. Remove from speakers. Sorry. Right. Melly. Oh my God, so many buttons. Add a speaker. There. Did it.
Hello.
I want Dave the speaker too. Why has it been taking so long?
Hi.
Okay, right. Hi, Melly's here.
Hi.
You have some Germans. You can do your whole language
Hi,
that you
everyone.
have.
Hi, Jared.
Hi, Melly.
I actually have a question for you about like Germany.
Okay.
Do you like still living in Germany?
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for what, like 16 years now, so I must like it, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Do you like it better in America?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I've never been able to cut the cord with America, so I still got my place back there. But, you know, for the times of the year over here when it's nice, I really like it. Summer, of course, you haven't invented air conditioning yet, so, you know, I won't be around in summer. And, you know, in winter, you know, I kind of like, I go home in winter too, because, like, when it snows back home, right? You know, we'll get maybe a foot or so. So in the time it takes me to put a plow on the quad and plow the driveway, the roads are already plowed, and then you can get out. So, you know, it snows over here. It snows over in Pennsylvania. And, you know, you're like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you're back to normal. Whereas in Berlin, when it snows, well, first of all, if it snows in America and you don't shovel the sidewalk in front of your house and you live in a city, someone's going to slip on that and sue you, and you're going to be in trouble. So everybody shovels their sidewalks over there. In Berlin, they don't shovel the sidewalks. You know, they're just like whoever the township or the city.
The city does it, but eventually.
The city comes around and just puts like dirt, like cinders, on top of the snow. So you have a path of cinders. But and I live in like kind of the rougher neighborhoods. So the people come out, they walk their dog, they don't give a fuck, and the dog just shits everywhere. So from when it snows, which is basically, you know, like November until now, the sidewalks are just a slurry of snow, dirt, and shit. So
yeah, it's like the Berlin magic for you.
Right. So for any time that it might snow, I try and avoid Germany.
Okay.
Sounds magical.
Yeah.
Right, Dave has now connected from HK. So, Dave, if you have a question, feel free to unmute and speak your eggy truth.
HK, Heckler and Koch?
Or not. Oh,
Hello.
there we go. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hello, Dave.
Good.
Sorry to join this a bit late, but it's it's pretty early in Hong Kong now. But good to see that it's still going. I wasn't sure if I had missed it or not.
Still going for a few more minutes.
Hong Kong, huh? Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was wondering. So, you, Jared, originally before Bloodhound Gang were in a band called Vaginal Blood Fart. Is that right?
Yes, that was the band that used to smash up garbage from the neighborhood.
Right. So then, from that band, am I right in thinking that Spanky was the drummer in that band before you? Yeah. So then,
right, Spanky was the drummer and Skippopotamus was the singer, and then we all ended up in Bloodhound Gang together. And then Skippopotamus quit for some reason.
What did he do?
What did Skippopotamus do?
Yeah, what did he like?
He was a singer.
Oh.
So what does Skippopotamus do now?
I think he sells insurance. He briefly was involved. He lives in Georgia, and he was briefly involved in local politics there. But I think he got like 0 votes, so didn't stick around there very long.
Oh, okay.
But he was actually, when I was running for president of Temple University, he was like perennially my running mate and vice president.
Oh.
And though I never won when I was there, like after I left school, he would just recycle all of my old campaign shit, and he ended up winning, and he ended up being president of Temple University for a year.
Damn. Yeah. Thank God nobody gave you an office.
Yeah, lucky for them. I would have been way worse than Prisoner PO 1135809.
So then, obviously, when Use Your Fingers came out, he, I guess, left the band. Did any of those guys like come back in, like 1999 and say like, oh shit, we fucked up, we definitely should have stayed? Like, did you ever hear from those guys?
No, not that I remember. I think the only member that's ever left the band and regretted it and tried to come back was Billy. Like, Billy left because he hated Lupus so much. And then, 2 months later, Lupus quit. And Billy's like, oh, great, I can come back now. We're like, no, we already got Yin. And I told Billy, you can come back, but, you have to start your way. You have to start at, the lowest position, which is washing our laundry. and then maybe you could work your way up through the crew and eventually become drummer again. But you don't want to do that.
Did he become drummer again?
Billy?
Yeah.
No.
Banana,
I remember when he.
I feel like Banana doesn't know enough about your life. Like I feel like you're learning so much.
I mean, we're not
about Bloodhound
married.
Gang now. Like you're
how should I
completely
know?
new to all of this.
I never asked those questions, so I'm curious when someone else asks those questions.
I mean, you think that story about me joining the band was boring?
Fuck, it was boring, Jared.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. I love you deeply, but Jesus Christ, it was boring.
Yeah, well, you don't want to open a Pandora's box, you know?
Okay.
I'm like a Pandora's box of boredom.
You've been doing all right so far.
The other thing I was going to ask is on the last space that happened, I don't know if it was serious or not, but Jimmy said that you were once briefly a porn star. Is that actually true?
Yeah, briefly being the operative term, right? I'll try and make this story as short as possible. When we were living in Los Angeles, like everybody was in porn back then, and my roommate was the editor of the Hustler Erotic Video Guide, and he's like, "Yo, you want to be in a porno?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally, dude." So he got me in this porno. It was called Titman's Pool Party.
Titman's Pool Party.
Yeah,
Great
Titman's
name.
Pool Party. And it was with Ron Jeremy before he got arrested for rape and shit. And I was supposed to be getting a blowjob from this chick, Houston, who was like the
Houston 500?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Great actress.
And
Solid work.
But like, you know, immediately, like as soon as she started blowing, like, oh my god, a porn star's blowing me, and I jizzed all over her hair. And she's like, what the fuck's the matter with you? And the mayor's like, what the hell's the matter with you, man? You come so quick. I'm like, dude. He's like, get off my set, you fucking asshole. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm like, dude, I just got blown by a porn star. This is the greatest day of my life.
Is this the same time that Jimmy styled his hair with a handful of spunk? Is this
No,
the same
event? That was years later.
That was in Germany, though, right?
Yeah, if Jim had styled his hair with my spunk, I could not be in the band with him anymore. If we were still a band.
So that's fine.
Yeah,
he could do it now.
Yeah, as I said. But
next challenge.
They keep talking about.
For your Twitch show.
Apparently, fans keep talking about our reunion. So, who knows?
Yeah, I wonder that nobody asked that. No, usually that's question number one.
Yeah, I think they stopped asking that around 2020.
There's another question that was right at the bottom because it was for some reason grayed out. I don't know why, but can you tell us, Jared, about Bang Chamber 8?
No, they already asked about that. Wasn't that Jim's Depeche Mode cover band?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was long before my time.
Oh. Well, then no.
I think that was him
Bang Chamber 8.
and Kyle and Jerry Vandergriff when they were in high school. I didn't meet Jim until college.
Has anyone else got anything else? Because I mentally said...
Hop on before we end and ask a question for her brother real quick.
Okay, we can do that. Has anyone else who's not spoken want to say anything? Because I mentally said we're not going to go over 90 minutes and we're touching 90 minutes. So does anyone else have anything they'd like to add?
I've got a quick question for Jared, if it's not too cheeky.
Go on.
Let's see how cheeky it is.
How cheeky is it?
Jared, you know when you go to the toilet for a poo, right? Do you sit down or stand up when you wipe your ass clean?
I know exactly why you're asking this. Go on.
I'm guessing I'm like half on and half off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a squat with your thighs engaged.
Engaged? Well, I don't know if I use
Yeah,
that
like
term.
your thigh muscles engaged.
Yeah, why were you talking about exercise tips?
No, I'm just inquiring. I mean, I'm just carrying on from Laura's very important question.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like lift up my leg like a dog taking a piss.
Yeah, the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the other way to do
right
it?
way. No, some people stand up and wipe their ass, and
They do not.
Yes, they do.
Get out of here.
They do.
In like Estonia where they haven't invented the toilet yet, I guess.
No, that's in like in Hong Kong. In Hong
Where
Kong,
they have those shit holes.
Yeah,
the
in
holes
China
like
they had
in
the hole and they
Macedonia.
had the squat.
Yeah,
and,
there you would do it, of course.
Yeah, like on French motorways when they have the squat ones, and you're like, oh fuck, no, I'll just
Yeah,
wait.
right. You know when we shot that video
hours.
in the monkey suits, like the closest toilet was one of those things.
Yeah. Oh,
And I thought
yeah.
like Paris is a modern city, but apparently not. They
But,
still
but
have
you know what's the eagle called the eagle, Dookie? It's like when you're pissing like in a what's it called, pissoir? What's you know? and you have to shit one in the middle one, and you're gonna hold on to the other two, and you spread out your arms like an eagle.
That's made up.
No, but no, for real. Someone did it.
That sounds made up.
No, it's a thing. I told you.
All right. Well, that is 90 minutes. So.
That is right. Jared, will you hang on for Jay to ask her final thing?
Okay.
Okay, hang on. I got to boot someone. Who am I going to boot? Sorry, Dave. I've briefly booted you. Okay. Jay, you're in.
Stop somehow.
I think.
We've lost it.
No, wait. Yes. Okay. You're in.
Okay. Hey, I'm back. But I was thinking about this just now because my brother Scott is a huge fan of the Bloodhound Gang. I found the Bloodhound Gang through him. I just want to rub it in his face for Jared. Can you just bully my brother real quick so I can send this to him because he'll get a good laugh out of being bullied.
Cyberbullying? Like I need to get in trouble for that too.
No,
Seems
no,
like
no.
the
It's
total
not like
setup.
bullying. Just told him how much of a fucking loser he is.
Is he a grown-up boy? Is he a grown-up boy?
Oh yes, he's 10 years older than me, so he's about to be 27. He's
Oh,
gonna be
just
27.
Then it's fine.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean if
it's
I was a 27-year-old bloodhound,
Probably
fan,
still a virgin.
I would just kill myself.
Probably still a virgin.
Yeah, I mean there's no point going on.
Total virgin.
Who does that?
Total virgin.
Yeah.
If there's anything you want to say specifically to bully him, he used to be very fat. If you want to make fun of that one,
Just tell him like when I was a kid, it was you had to go to a lot of trouble to kill yourself. You know, you had to like go out and buy razors and
Now
slit
you
your
just
wrists.
gotta
You,
get
you can't go across. You got to go the long way. Today you just go out and spend $5 on fentanyl and you're fucking dead. So I would recommend that for him.
see the thing is,
Or
easily done.
instantly going to the dark place here.
I was watching a Bloodhound Gang interview, and I was explaining that I'm a huge fan of the Bloodhound Gang, and you're like, oh, I was a huge fan of the Bloodhound Gang. And me, knowing the Bloodhound Gang, I was like, oh, you're a fucking loser.
A fat 27-year-old virgin was a fan of our band? I find that shocking.
Yeah. And he was complaining about, because I was like, because I was talking about how Jimmy was always flirting with the female interviewers. And he was like, oh, that's because
Except for the fee part.
average guys have a lot of charm. And I was like, you wouldn't know much about that, would you, bud?
Should have seen him with the male interviewers.
I mean, he's a Depeche Mode fan. What are you going to do?
Oh, yeah, and Jay is going places.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, I guarantee you he's
He's
fine.
a smart kid.
I've seen him make out with no less than
I think we should wrap this up then.
Hey, great idea.
Before things get too much darker, because we're not going to be bullying any more 27-year-old fat virgins, are we?
Hey,
Yeah,
let's plan
today.
in other spaces.
Oh my god! Because it's really fun planning it with you. Because when I ask you like 5 questions in one paragraph, you reply to one question.
Oh wait,
and it's the shittest one.
Yeah, I mean,
like how are you?
We got one question real quick from YouTube. We are live on YouTube, by the way. So.
Oh, okay. Oh god.
All right, so what's the
Gotcha.
question?
Go on.
So I have to ask, how was it being on the episode of Viva La Band when they had the trailer park? And do you guys still talk to Bam at all? I am friends with his brother, and I hang out with him, and like apparently there's a rift in the family between Jess and Bam, and like Bam is a good friend, but he would only call me up like when he needed me for something. And Jess I go out with and have a beer with and just chill out. So until Jess and Bam can get their shit together, I am on the Jess side of the rift. And that episode of in the trailer park, that thing was completely fake. Like they had seen, like if you saw the episode where we had the scavenger hunt, like I didn't want to be on the episode because I was working on the road, and Jim wanted to go on the episode but wouldn't go on without me. He made our manager call my boss and let me come home from the job where I was working. So I was very pissed off, and on the way over to film it, I brought some dynamite with me, and I found this big stuffed animal. So we get over there, and while they're going over the rules of the scavenger hunt, I was like, fuck this. I went over, stuck a quarter stick of dynamite up the butt of this rotted out stuffed animal, and stuck it on the driver's seat of Ryan Dunn's car, and it exploded all over there. And like the the director came over and started fucking screaming at me. He's like, "What the hell's the matter with you, man? Why the fuck would you do that? Not tell us so you can film?" I'm like, "Dude, because I don't give a shit about your production or your fucking stupid fucking TV show. You brought me out here to fuck with these assholes, and that's what I'm gonna do. So, you know, if you're not filming it, that's kind of your fault, you know." So the next, when they brought us back for this one, they like staged all that shit where like I only walk around carrying sticks of dynamite with me now, apparently. But I mean that episode kind of pissed me off because instead they got mad at me for doing it for real, but then they wanted me to do it fake.
No?
Was that
reality TV.
Liz, was that answer short enough for you? I tried to abbreviate it.
Yeah, the
It
story
was good. No, you did well. There was no legal involvement. Nobody went to court. It was good.
Yes.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I abridged all that shit.
Okay, and so when are you next going to Pennsylvania, Jared?
Unspecified, but as I've indicated, I hate being in countries with no air conditioning. So as soon as it starts getting warm out, I'll probably be fucking right off.
Okay, so when you fuck right off, what you're gonna do?
Well, I cut down a couple of trees over there right before I left that I haven't had a chance to chop up, so I'll probably go back and chop up a lot of trees.
I love these little instances of all the dad jobs that you do. Like, when I was shoveling my drive and I was chopping down a tree and working on my tractor. Little insight into
That's exactly it.
I am someone's dad.
I can't believe how on point that shit was. That's exactly his dream vacation.
I know. And obviously I did my really good impression again. So when you next go there, what you're going to do is you're going to take people's friend Jimmy out for another drink. You're going to get him really wasted, and we're going to do it again.
Well, I'll talk to Jess, see what I can come up with.
Yeah. Well, he can join too. Why not? You can all just yell.
I just think Jim is kind of now suffering the buyer's remorse after I gave the guy to
I think the exact same thing. I think the exact same thing. He's been so quiet on Twitter. And I remember the first thing I said back after the Spaces was like, everybody knows you were hammered. Don't feel bad. Don't you delete it. I was like thinking, shit, what if he's regretting it all? Yeah, I did think that. Okay, right. Well, it's been a lark. Hasn't it? We all had a lovely time.
That is the term I would employ as well.
Yeah.
A lark. And should we ever need a more exciting event, as I say, Laura, who's that's how you wipe your ass, apparently, is willing to tattoo me any time of the day or night at a drop of a hat. Well, not a drop of a hat because I've got to get there. With whatever you decide, should we ever need something exciting to happen, I've got a little plan B.
Yes, and if you guys are bored and not too exhausted by my long-winded stories, you know, as Liz is, every Thursday at the time that we normally at the time before this, which was 8 Central European time, so 7 Lime time.
7 to 9 GMT.
Yeah, so that's when the Banana Man and I do our. It's a gambling stream, but aside from doing slot machines, we also do various challenges that may or may not include beer, eggs, and hot sauce.
And bullying the banana.
It's not bullying. How is it bullying?
What?
Yeah, but you know, our corporate overlords would fire me if we're encouraging cyber bullying.
We're not encouraging it.
We can only encourage one horrible thing at a time, and our horrible thing
We're
is gambling.
calling it personal coaching.
Yeah,
Yes.
personal growth.
Well, in any
What
case,
they call it. You're making him a man.
in any case, I don't know what the challenge is going to be next week. Next week we have a guy joining us that makes trading cards. So he's going to make, I think, custom trading cards.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
But the week after that, we have found a way. I've made a set of aluminum foil underwear.
What do you mean? You made it. I made it.
Well, I came up with the design.
Here comes Dad Jared again with his aluminum pants. Go on.
Yes,
I mean, you can see it.
have
They're
hooked those
showing it
up
on screen.
to our medical electrolysis machine, and for every answer that the Banana Man gets wrong, he is going to get his aluminum underwear. He's going to have a medical current sent through, which can be quite shocking.
But,
Making him a man. Not bullying.
But I'm gonna get every question right, so I don't have to worry about that shit.
Just like you have in every challenge in the past.
Only when
All
you
right,
don't
in any
cheat.
case, thank you guys for tuning in.
But yeah,
thank
but you
Liz.
didn't do a very good promotion there, Jared. You need to say that is on Twitch and it is Dumpster Fire with a Y TV. Dumpster Fire with a Y TV on Twitch.
Link
there
in
you go.
bio.
There you
Link
go.
in bio.
Actually, pretty good at this.
Yes. Well done.
I am
Thank you for
pretty
that,
good at
Liz.
it.
Thank you for that, Liz. Destiny. And thank everybody for tuning
Bye,
in.
everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time, if ever.
See ya. See you guys on Twitch.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.